welcome to another exciting episode of Gist Zone. I am Aisha. This is where we get to dish out all the steamy, hot, juicy, trending gossip from our social media platforms, our neighborhoods, and all around. And of course, I'm not here alone. The ambassador himself is here with me.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. No, don't mention. Yes, my name still remains IGWE. For those who can spell, welcome to Africa's finest and most entertaining Gist program on TV. We are not here alone. We are here with our friends as usual.
Yes, but we're not going to meet them yet. Before we meet them, let's quickly take a look at the highlights. Young couple sell a day-old baby for 200,000 naira to rent an apartment in the city. Mother tries drowning her 6-month-old daughter on live stream to punish the baby's father. Nurse who treated victims of Crimea's school massacre tries to commit suicide after finding out the shooter was her son. Angry women storm a bar in Kenya to kick out beautiful waitress they accused of snatching their husbands. Our friends are here already.
Definitely.
We have new customers. Wunmi Okai.
Thank you, Igwe and Aisha.
Welcome on Gist Zone.
Thank you very much.
Do you love to gist or gossip?
Gist.
She loves to gist and gossip, though.
Oh, okay.
How does he know?
We're doing a lot of
Okay. All right.
All right, and then we have a filmmaker and one of ABJ's finest, Solomon Soja.
Thank you so much.
Solomon is looking like His Excellency.
I know, right?
President of
Yes.
the Federation. Now I can shake her, Baba. Welcome to the show.
Well,
Thank you very much.
do you love to gist or gossip?
I think gist.
You gist.
No, we keep saying
On
guys
Gist Zone,
gist.
guys gossip, women gist.
Guys gist.
High five.
Over here, are you joking right now? They just want to make we ladies feel bad.
Okay, so we have like 3 stories combined together. Like it's almost the same story, but not really the same. But they have like they are almost on the same trend. A young couple sell a day-old baby for 200,000 naira to rent an apartment in the city.
You know, when I saw this story, I was like, the hunger has moved from the places of lower concentration to the region of higher
Misplaced
concentration.
priority, that's the main thing. That is the main thing. Like, they're not even selling the money, selling the baby to do something profitable, like
just
start a
want to move.
business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How stupid can you be?
I think the woman is just like really out of her mind, because like the story, going by the story, it's like she said she gave birth to like 4, 5
Yeah, she gave
kids
birth
already.
to 4 kids. I
And
think
then
this is
when
about
she was
the 5th
pregnant
one.
with that baby, she told the husband that, okay,
That's
look,
why they plan.
we're poor. So when I give back to this baby, I think we'll just sell it out and pay our debts. Like they have tons of debts. So we'll pay our debts and then move to the city.
But if you look at it from the other angle, don't you
Yes.
think these people are just trying to help themselves?
But now, what's the wisdom?
Yeah.
After a year, then your 200,000 is gone, the baby is gone, everything is lost.
Do you know within a year, like before you even wrap up 1 year,
Yeah.
you just realize like twinkle of an eye is already gone and you have to pay
telling you.
another rent.
And you know the most painful part of it is after selling the baby for 200,000 naira,
It was
the
resold.
guy they sold the baby for 500,000 naira, and then they got to find out.
But you know, I keep saying it. You know,
What is really
sometimes
wrong?
I say the level of poverty now. I can't even explain.
No.
To me, I wouldn't say
Poverty
this is
and
poverty. Let's not
insanity.
blame
No,
poverty right
you
now.
are-
This
you are
has
poor, you are
nothing-
having 5 children.
No, because this is
You are having
have so many
5
people-
children.
That one, people who are poor then have this mindset that if I have 10 kids, all these children will grow up to take care of me. This one's already had a plan. They had 4 kids. They
Yes.
already have 4 kids.
Yes.
What's
The
their
5th
plan?
one was like a plan, like, see. And the woman seems to be like the brain behind this whole
Yes,
thing. And
yes.
she's like, this child is going to come. I don't want this child, but I'm going to use this child to take care of myself. Like, she probably had somebody advising her. Because she wouldn't just all of a sudden just come up with the idea and like go and meet my husband. And my husband was like, punch me in the face. And then I think she probably sold the idea. Like, she should go into marketing, I think.
She's a terrible seller, because
Like-
how would she sell a baby to start with for 200,000. Like that's the worth of a child.
A child.
Life, like,
No, like,
So that's not, she's not, I cannot say she's
You
a
have to
mother.
compare, you have
Because
to compare.
I am a mother myself, and I
Yes.
can't go through that pain of 9 months.
Well, that's why they
drop
say
a
different
child,
strokes
And
for
then they're
different
from
folks.
the village, you
They-
understand? And the woman, like from the story, they were complaining of debt of 10,000
10,000,
naira. That
and
was
they-
it was too much for them.
Yes, and they had
to
other
them,
debt.
200,000 naira is like 2
very,
million
very
naira.
big.
Then they moved to
they,
the
they,
city.
yeah, they must have
Exactly.
calculated. They must have calculated. Now we collect this 200,000. Now we move to Abuja. We go straight to Gishiri, pay for a house, 25,000 naira for a year. Then we have like 170 something thousand. Then the guy was a barrel pusher. All right, he might not upgrade from barrel pushing to Okada business. So these people, they've sat down to strategize how
If they move to
they're
the
going
city,
use
after a
that
year or two,
200,000
the
naira.
lady is going to leave that man.
But the truth about this is, they never considered who is buying that baby nest.
Exactly.
Either for blood money,
Yeah.
ritual, or for whatever purpose. You know, because we've had cases of where people buy children from all these baby factories and they sell it to politicians, and then these children get to be used for money ritual. Some are being even used pound. They pound them in the mortar and all that. So it's really crazy how a mother will have that conscience. I just call this one end time mother.
Exactly, like you said, end time mothers. Like another story, mother tries joining 6-month-old daughter on live stream to punish the baby's father.
That's
This is your,
unfair.
like, you carried this baby for 9 months, go through the hard process of labor, and then you would want your just to punish
Okay, let's
the
even say
dad.
she didn't even do labor now. Let's say she
Yes.
did CS.
Yes.
But for crying out loud, this isn't a mother. And I think this probably is in Nigeria or not even an African country. So many of these slave mamas right now just
That's the
want to
problem.
live off the
That's the
man.
problem.
That is the main thing. Because the main thing was she was trying to punish the guy, like
Yeah,
to force him,
you're
like,
not-
send
you
me
see
the
the chat,
money.
send me the
send me
money,
the
yes.
money. I'm like,
Is this what you want? That was what she was saying in
joking
the
right
video.
now. Like, okay, something happened to a friend of mine, and this is actually a real life story. The guy sends the lady, he has a baby mama, and he sends her 500,000 naira every month. She goes, he pays for her rent, gives her extra money, and she goes, it's not enough. And I think that was the guy's period where he was broke. And he had to call her like, okay, see, do you know what? What is the money you're buying? She's like, she needs to buy provisions and buy this. And the guy says, don't worry, I would go and buy them. And he didn't spend up to 50,000 naira in a month. He went to the house and said, oh yeah, I'm taking my child. So many slave mamas and baby mamas are just lazy.
I just feel these are just lazy bunch of group of women. I am sorry to use this word. Who just can't walk. They just sit down,
Look for one rich guy
that
and
is
just-
rich and just trap the guy.
But the problem I see in this is, how does it affect the man to drown the baby?
Emotion, she's playing on his emotions.
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly.
Would you see your
baby.
child? Would you want your child to die?
No, but I...
No, if I'm like, if I'm with your child right now, I want your child
you
to
were in
die.
that
want
shoes,
your
what would you
child
do?
to
In the
die.
first place, I would even let her have the baby. By all legal means, I would win that in court to start with.
Before you think about that, you
How
would
would you
have
win
you would
that
have
in court?
wanted
Then
the
you have
money
not
to
even
have.
paid-
Trust
you have
me.
not even paid
Because,
child
you know,
support.
If I see somebody carry my baby right now, you're holding my child over the balcony and you're dropping it, like, I'm going to drop this child right now. Like, okay, tell me what you want.
Yes.
I wouldn't even think about court. It was when I finished, I'm like, okay, yeah, you want this? I'm going to wire you the money. And once I have the child, I can start thinking of getting a
My
lawyer.
point is, you wouldn't even have the
No, the
opportunity
baby,
to start with.
the baby is not old enough. Like you know that there are processes
Yes, you
to all
can't-
these things. You
Yes,
just can't
a
snatch the
breastfeeding
baby and
It's
all
child.
like with the video now,
They
he
can't
can now
believe
win
it.
that case in
Yes,
court, and
definitely.
he wouldn't take the child. He'd probably say drop it with your mother or give it
Yes,
to
they
somebody.
will
I'm
definitely
thinking.
collect
That's the main
child.
thing.
They will definitely collect the child.
But people have less.
The truth is, men has vital roles to play in every relationship and marriage. I keep saying it. And this is taking us to our next segment. Nurse who treated victims of Crimea school massacre tries to commit suicide after finding out the shooter was her son. Like I keep saying, you know, these days, these single mothers, I don't even just understand. A friend of mine we were talking one certain time, and he was like, he doesn't want, whether he doesn't want the child or he's feeling that the child he had is not his child. And I told him something. You don't need a DNA to tell you that this child is your child. That's one. Then two, you need to marry this woman so that you can be part of this child's life. Now, most of these fathers are not part of their children's life. That fatherly, like when I was growing up, if I hear my dad coming, I behave myself. Sometimes you even pick up book and start reading. But most of the times, our mothers, they are too pitiful. What word did I use? No. I'm yes, I know what I'm saying. Like most of our mothers, they will not really disturb us the way our father. My dad doesn't need to talk.
No. I disagree with different home thing. Like right now, my son, if I go Jaden, it resets memory. Even to his dad, he can still front, but he knows. I won't spank him, like I'm not in the habit of beating kids.
Yes.
But please, it's an African mother thing.
No, but
There's this look you give the child that just resets the child.
You know the man has a vital
Exactly,
role.
yes, the man has a vital role. Marriage is not the key.
No, I'm not talking about marriage.
Exactly.
Even as a single parent, the man still, don't leave the whole work for the woman to do.
Let me
I go with you on that, yes.
What you're saying, I know statistics have it that children, like young people who abuse substances, is as a result, most times, as a result of the absence of the father.
Good.
Now, let the father just be there. Even if he's not
That's
saying
what I'm
anything.
saying.
Even if he's not strict, let him just be there. There is a lot you would learn from non-verbal communication. Like,
I think you people are just missing the point here. Most you find out that if a child has both parents, if the parents are not really, like, they are very violent and all that, it will make the child to go into one corner like that in his own mind.
How?
No, I'm coming.
How?
You understand? Like, he will be emotionally traumatized, and sometimes the aggression, that's when they will go out, and most of
Trust me, I understand. Yes, I understand a father figure. But what will you do with a father who is irresponsible, a father who is a drug addict, a father who is, let me say, who doesn't even have time for himself?
That's why
I'm going to give it to single mothers as well, because you have single mothers who have impressed a lot on their children, and their children are living better.
Even with that, I will not still give it to the single mothers.
But no, okay, well, it's
even with that, I will not still give it to the single mother.
But if you say a father that is not responsible, to me, I still find it absent for the father side. Like,
okay,
if you are not responsible, you don't do your obligation as a father, that makes you absent.
Okay, what happens if a man is given if you're saying you have some men who use, like, they can use they can go this way, like, okay, I give the woman the money, I give her this, I give that. The child needs your presence. I understand what you're saying. Yes, I agree with that. But then you have to, some men are also there that, like, they are not there.
Yeah,
exactly. I have family members who are like, it's more like, yes, they were married, but it's more like the mother was the main stronghold in the family, and she raised up children. Yes, I have uncles. Even with that, I'm like, I wouldn't even, till now, I wouldn't allow my kids go there.
And you find out that when the father comes home and then he will start abusing the mother, he will start beating them, even the kids.
It causes resentment in the child. You know that kids will
that's the non-verbal stuff I'm talking about.
So sometimes it plays a trick on the child's mind. That's why this woman, like, she fainted because she was shocked.
She felt like a failure.
This is my child that committed such
that means this woman doesn't even know her own child.
That is what I'm saying. It doesn't matter whether the
son
had a father figure in his life and all that.
It matters.
It doesn't.
It can't be. See, at that point in time when the mother is extremely busy, then the father can stand in.
When the father stand in when a mother
then
is
the mother
busy.
can stand in.
No. Who says? Tell me.
Please, let's talk about this in the next 2 years. Igwe is married, and he has his kid. Solomon is married and has his kid. And I'm going to come back to this time and I'm like, okay, Igwe, please, can you remember what you said then? Like, do you do homework?
The truth is, we don't need to be married before we know these things. These are normal stuff that play out in our society.
It's easier said.
No.
Easier said.
Like, you need to be in the system to actually, you need to wear the shoe for you to know where it pitches.
Most marriage guardians and counselors are not even married or are victim of failed marriages.
Those ones there,
So
I'll take my marriage.
Sometimes the commentators are the best footballers. Most marriages, in fact,
the main thing right here, I'll just say, the lady felt like it, because you know that she's she's done so much, she probably sacrificed so much for the child, and she didn't just expect it. If that was her, I think my suicide is when I would have killed myself a long time.
If we continue talking, we're not going to end this particular segment. We need to take a quick break, and when we come back, it's
hotter
and steaming gist on
Gist
Gist
Zone.
Zone.
Don't
Soon
go
be right
anywhere. All right, the program is still
Gist
Gist
Zone.
Zone, and we talked about how parents actually contribute positively or negatively to their children's lives. And now moving on to our next story. Angry women storm a bar in Kenya to kick out beautiful waitress they accused of snatching their husbands. Well,
Aisha, do you know one funny
me,
thing?
yes.
Do you know one funny thing about this? When I was reading the story, I was just imagining how those women will be moving. We no go grill, we no go.
actually, some of them backed their children, and then they went there, and then they.
Aisha, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Can you do that?
No. Never.
Because these women keep getting this thing wrong. See, if your husband is having an affair with another woman, you don't have any business with the other woman.
No,
you
this
have a
one's-
business with
No,
your
no,
husband.
this one is
saying-
more like they're like.
What are they saying?
They're protesting.
One woman collect all of her husband,
Not
and I don't
collective,
shame.
not collective.
One
Like, chefs
woman.
drawn their husband's
How
attention.
did they draw
Attention.
husband's attention?
I feel
How can one woman draw your husband's
The
attention?
women should be more focused on the reason why the husbands
Yes.
were able to be drawn
Yes.
than going after the people who drew the husbands.
Solo, check for you.
The guy is not giving them money in the house on call, and the lady is the one taking care of everything, and she now decides, and the guy is going to spend the money outside. You can feel her pain now.
Exactly.
But yes, I would not support that. I wouldn't even do that. That's stupid.
Why don't you ask her something?
Majorly, excuse me. Like you did say, attack the man, but even some men are just anyhow. It's in their bloodstream. That's the way these are even defending each other.
No, Wunmi.
But excuse me, what?
I want to ask you this question.
Yes.
I want to ask you, you're married.
Yes.
Okay, now, you heard that there's a woman that draws people's husband, and you feel that your husband is being drawn. Who are you going to attack? Is it your husband or the woman?
Why would I attack the woman? It's simple now. I cook your food. Like there's this clip. Or like, let's say eating the food. And some men will just be cheating on their wives. They'll be cheating on her. What happens by just go put poison inside the food?
I saw that too, I was laughing.
And I don't even understand. I was like, well, and they don't even know their wife is aware about it.
see-
And the guy will just stop and like, babe, what I no, I didn't say anything. But what will you do, babe? If you realize that this woman killed her husband after realizing that he was... But the truth is, I wouldn't fight the guy. There are easy way to deal with a man.
I would advise a woman to step up her game. There's no need
Yes,
for fighting in
the
this.
truth is,
Oh,
a lot
I
of
don't-
women...
I don't know. There's something about this.
It was this story that is giving your spirit.
One is a very brilliant guy.
No, in all honesty, yes. The ladies is not. I could feel like some of them, yes, are probably going through a lot. It's Kenya, it's Africa. We don't know what. There's too much of poverty everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's possible that, yeah, like I did mention, the husband isn't dropping anything at home. The woman is selling food. She's going with. It will take a lot for a woman to back her child
now,
up and
okay.
fight another person.
Okay, now, women,
let's
let-
address
let-
that.
let-
Then yes, the women can also learn from that. A lot of women will let ourselves go once we are married.
Yeah.
That's what I was about saying.
Protect yourself.
Our African women are fond of doing one
You
particular
guys
thing.
are
Wait, let me
the ones
finish.
that make
not
us
the
now.
women.
Yeah,
No,
it's
no,
nothing bad. Igwe,
It's the
there is
truth.
nothing
An
bad in
African
if a
woman-
husband sees his wife adding weight.
No,
and
there's
he
nothing
supports
bad.
her
There's
in
nothing
losing
bad, but
weight.
there is
My
something
husband has
bad.
done that before. Like there was time I was really adding, and he bought me a girdle. There is nothing bad in saying let's go to
I
the
don't
gym
have,
together.
I don't have a
babe.
problem with you adding weight, Wunmi.
Yes.
I have a problem with you waking up in the morning, watching movies from morning till evening. I come back from work, you've not had your shower.
That's not a
you are
typical-
no,
no,
I'm
that's
telling you
not a
what
typical-
happens.
that's
I'm
not a
telling you
typical
now.
African woman.
No, so many African women are doing it. Once they are married, they don't.
Business
Once they are
conscious
married,
right
they don't
now.
what? They have
Once they are
children.
married, even before children,
Before
most
children.
African
They
women,
don't-
once
they
they
don't
are
have
married,
jobs.
those things,
They don't
those
have
things they do and got their husbands attracted,
Because
they stop
it's-
doing it.
because
Now this
it's
woman
been so
is
many
in
people
the bar.
stop hearing the sweet things. Like I did mention to you before
Like
the
it
show.
was the
I
sweet
said,
thing that was making you look sweet.
Excuse me.
Was it the sweet
No,
thing
no,
that was
no, no,
making you
wait,
look
hold
sweet?
on. This thing.
How do I
Okay,
tell you
hold
look
on.
sweet
Are you
when
not
you don't
dating
look
somebody
sweet?
right now?
Okay,
Well, all right, let me tell you, like, don't you send her a message, just to send her a credit card, don't you, like, call her with, hey, babe, I just want to tell you
she looks
good
good, I'll
night.
tell her she
I
looks
wanna
good.
go get married. Ask your mom and dad, like, what was the last time? Mommy, even for 50 years old, and mommy, like when you're going to bed now, did daddy tell you I love you? Did daddy send you a message?
Exactly.
Did he send you sweet? When was the last time you went on a date? I have a kid. I don't know what cinema I
No,
looks like in a while.
but the
So
truth
these
is,
are the things I'm telling you.
you can activate it back.
You are way out.
you
You
can
don't want to do
activate
this.
it back.
Two to tango. You understand? It's not only the women.
Okay.
You can't just blame the women. The women are responsible for taking care of your needs at home, your children and everything. And then you just come back from work after showering and all that. Exactly. You even cook breakfast for her. After eating, you just be like, okay, let me just go and be with
So
the
maybe
guys.
say thank you. It's so bad. They don't say thank you. You're not there.
The way you guys are saying this, it looks like you are generalizing.
Yes, women as well.
I use the word most.
Okay, wait. So
Most
let's
African women.
most African women.
African women. And the truth is, now, if I was or I were one of those women,
yes,
I won't protest alongside with the rest. I will watch that particular woman when they draw other people
what about that? Most probably,
maybe she looks good.
Probably one of
she
the
dresses
wives,
well.
one of the wives,
Okay.
you understand, overheard the husbands discussing. Have you seen this lady? I have to go to that bar.
Did you mention
that girl is like this, is like that. You understand? And
Okay.
they'll be like, oh, so we were at home.
And
suffering
the guy was
while
doing
they'll
like
be
he's not
going
around.
out there and just be like looking at other ladies.
Solo, you wanted to say something?
Yeah. Because I feel there's something missing.
Okay.
There's a missing link here.
Okay.
The communication with the husband, like the family now, like before you take that step to
Yes.
protest, what effort have you made in communicating with the man?
That's one.
Understanding what he wants in her that you don't have. Like, what can you do to up your game?
To up your
that
game.
You would stay home.
Okay.
Like, you could be more strategic about this than
protesting.
following a lot of people
Now,
and you don't
what
get
is the
anything out of it.
statistics?
Like,
What is-
let's turn the table
Do you
now.
think- do
let's
you
turn the
think-
table.
that
And then-
protest will make the guy
now, did you
change?
know that there was did you read the story, like where the lady said she thought her husband was not in town? He told her he traveled and she saw the guy there.
Yeah.
So do you understand that whole
No,
thing?
he
And that's
still
like
traveled.
If you turn the
It
table-
depends on your
travel to
imagination.
the bar.
No, it
Like-
depends on how you view traveling and from
Okay,
what
let's
angle.
turn tables. And it was the
If you
guy
turn the
now.
table,
It was
not-
like every woman running to the bar, or maybe say going to one lovely club because there's this very handsome dude. One moment the guy
All I
has
need
6
from
packs.
Yes,
The dude is like
exactly.
hot as
He's
well.
hot.
Have you seen the coupe guys?
No, but
Like,
Ekaji,
looking at the dude
it
like,
is
oh
simple.
man.
It is simple.
What will you do?
See,
All I just need from the woman, keep telling me what's up. Like, if I know what's up, I'll be able to keep
Okay,
my
like when we're
balance.
having dinner, I'm just like, oh, sweetheart, have you like, I guess what this coupe guy is like, I see that dude, look at his sporting waves, a smile, his dimple.
But that's sporting waves now. That is it.
This is your body mama.
The truth is, this go remember is a choice. You understand?
Yeah.
There is a way you will meet a girl and the guy will be like, nah, I don't like this.
But
Gorimapa.
really, you
strategize.
pick
In fact,
who
I would
you
also
like.
love it. I would even love it when I know what's happening. Then I have an opportunity to compete. I have an opportunity to spice it up
Yeah.
afresh and
Africa,
Okay.
you understand? Kenya, as in, we don't have this open mindedness of being like, okay, dude, I don't like this, I don't like that. You understand? It will be like,
But I welcome
you
this.
are my wife. You are supposed to do this. This is your
man's ego will play
expectations,
on
and
him.
that's it. You understand? For me, I can go out and do whatever I want to do. That's how Africans like view women. They put women as if they are just meant to be at home, just in a cage and all
It's
that.
so bad that
Exactly.
even small
You
kids
understand?
right now, like I heard my husband's cousin then, it's 5-year-old saying, Auntie Dami, please take this food to the kitchen. This is somebody older than you. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Because a lot of kids, it's from when they're small. It's that
Yes.
ego thing.
Yes, now
no man
Koboko
will take that.
Koboko will fall on that chance. But the truth here is, as we they look on this side, let's also be looking at the other way around. Men,
Yeah.
you guys need to buckle up. Like
Exactly.
we all need to buckle up. The fact that your wife is big after she's giving you children doesn't warrant you going outside to cheat on her.
Yeah, you should be taking them out. Like, you'd be like, okay, babe, let's go out, chill, forget about you. Forget the children, let's take them to a nanny or maybe to their grannies and all that, and then we just go out. Maybe, in fact, for me, I would prefer a man taking his wife out on a retreat somewhere, like for the weekend.
No, but women
You
do a
understand?
lot.
Because women need all
Yes,
this
women do a
nurturing
lot.
and
See,
point of view.
see,
You understand?
you
But
know,
you men
we
think
guys,
that women,
we guys,
no,
we
men
all-
think that women don't really need all these things. But it
Now we're
touches
telling
us
you we need
also
them.
as well. You understand? Sometimes we feel like neglected and all that. As you people feel like she doesn't look sexy anymore and all that. For me, she just thinks of the babies and all what have you.
Aisha,
But
we know,
women also,
we know that a woman changes her name.
Yeah.
She changes everything. She leaves her family.
Yeah.
To create our own.
But you don't show
She
your
moves in with
appreciation.
you. She builds a home with you. You know, we celebrate all the women.
Yeah.
We celebrate you guys. We really celebrate you guys.
Well,
important.
as this gist is getting hotter and steamy,
the time is up.
not by our side.
They are already giving us
Exactly.
the double quick match.
Yeah, so thank you very, very much.
Wunmi,
okay. Okay, this your surname, is it like
No, it's a typical Igala name.
Oh, okay, what does it mean?
I was thinking it was a British name.
Oh, okay. Oh, let me take you back.
it's
the United States of Kogi, from the government of Igala. To be precise, I traveled. I'm a Yoruba girl who traveled down.
Thank you very much for gracing this zone. And Solomon Soja.
The Soja.
Okay. What does that mean, Soja? Is it like the normal Soja or is it a nickname?
No, it's just the name. Like it came from the abbreviation of all my names.
Okay.
Then suddenly people stopped knowing Solomon.
Oh.
They just call Soja.
Oh, okay.
So I'm more known as Soja than even Solomon. There are
Thank
some people.
God. You know, we have to be careful.
Yes,
Just
exactly.
like the guy that was shouting, I'm a captain. When the real captain come out, he says he's the captain of Enyimba Football Club. So let's be careful which soldier we are talking about. His own is S-O-J-A. I beg all the soldiers. I beg. Nobody the main soldier in the...
Okay, thank you. I hope you come next time when we invite you.
Sure.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Well, that's it on Gist Zone. I am Aisha.
And call me the Eselusie Noe Go or Na Nyoko ko Nyonyo 1.
Bye.
No, that they will soon give me the title.
Bye.